And welcome to another edition of Mayberry Man Live. And I'm Clint Howard, producer of Mayberry Man, and flying solo tonight. But I'm here because by myself because I've got so many videos to show you tonight. So we're going to talk about the fact that we passed 10,000 subscribers on our YouTube channel, which it's not our main focus, but we've had some popular videos. And we've got quite a following on YouTube. So if you're watching this on YouTube, thank you. If you're not subscribed, hit that subscribe button and hit the button to notify, and you'll get notified whenever one of our videos pops up on YouTube. So that's quite a milestone. We also have over 1 million views of our videos on YouTube. So what I wanted to do is, we've kind of been at this for a few years now, since before we did the Mayberry Man movie, sort of leading up to that. We put out content just to kind of reach more people. And so I thought I'd dig into the archives a bit, and especially for some of you newcomers, share some of the videos you may have missed and you may not even realize are on our YouTube channel. So we'll kind of highlight a couple of those. But we'll also go over some behind the scenes on Mayberry Man, the series. So I'm going to jump right into it. And Stark alluded to the fact that he was going to have to go scout a beach location. So I've got a fun little video to share with you of Stark and Greg Schell when they went out and scouted the beaches.
Here we are at Leo Korea, where we're going to do some water shots of Chris Stone and his buddy Dennis out surfing. It's a tough job, but somebody's got to do it.
You gotta call her. I know you love her. You should just call her.
So what was going on there is, if you blinked, you may have missed it. Yeah, that was two Greg Shells. They were staging some of the potential camera angles, and so Stark had Greg acting out some of the lines of dialogue. And so for kicks, Stark cut that together, and Greg playing both characters, Chris Stone and his surfing buddy Dennis. So the other thing I wanted to share with you is we're continuing to do casting on the series. So we kind of postponed casting the Los Angeles-based roles just because there's so many parts to cast in this series. So, we've had our hands full. And so some of the roles have not been filled yet. And so we just had this today, our casting notice go out for some of the roles in LA. And so this is to illustrate the difference between casting in LA versus anywhere else. So in about 3 hours, we had over 1,500 submissions from actors to be in Mayberry Man, the series, working at a very low daily rate. It's paid, but it's a low rate. So let me show you a screenshot. One role had over 700 submissions. So just to give you an example of the work we still have to do, because now we have to go through all those submissions and decide who we invite to an audition. So that's some of the behind the scenes of what's been going on. And so let's talk about the fact that we got 10,000 subscribers and over 1 million views on our YouTube channel. And we should probably give an award to Clint Howard, because it's his videos really that got us the most attention. And so one of the videos that has become really popular, and it's got over 400,000 views in the 9 months since we released it. And it's a video behind the scenes from the set of the Andy Griffith show that's been out there circulating before. But this time, early on in this process, we got together with Clint Howard, a family friend, and we had him do a few different videos for us, and he just narrated it. He watched the video and he kind of talked us through it. And so I'm going to show you a clip of that video, not the whole thing, but just a little bit to whet your appetites.
Right from the beginning, this is what I hear from Dad. Andy really knew what he wanted. He knew that he wanted that community. He wanted his town, Mayberry. Well, I don't have, detailed memories of being around the Andy Griffith Show, but I do remember, especially when they went outdoors, when they shot, outside in Culver City, or they shot here at Franklin. It was kind of a big deal, and I think it was a good opportunity for Mom to get out of the house. So for a lot of times, I would be towed along. Of course, when you're 4 or 5 years old, you really can't say, no, I don't want to go. Bob Sweeney, who directed me later on in The Baileys of Balboa, he was the nicest guy, and I got the greatest vibe. He was the one that directed most of the episodes for the first 5 years. And I'm sure he's in there. And that's Reggie, the prop man.
So that is a great video. If you want to see more, you got to go to our YouTube channel and check it out. Again, this is the thumbnail image you're going to look for. And we want to thank Clint Howard, obviously, for helping us along, especially early on like that. So we spent a day with Clint, and we shot a bunch of videos. And it's funny because that particular video, I didn't even edit it for a couple of years. And then I did it and then released it, and it took off. It really did. So another one that's been very popular, and this one we released early on, and this was Clint Howard visits the fishing hole. Again, it's not the whole video, but let's take a quick look.
Hi, I'm Stark Howell. I'm the director and writer of Mayberry Man, and I'm here with my good friend Clint Howard. Clint and I have actually been friends for over 50 years.
Oh, yeah.
Over 50 years.
Yeah.
We were talking the other day, and you said you had actually never been up to Franklin Canyon Reservoir, which is Myers Lake.
I heard about it, just never went up there the days they went and shot.
We might even take that infamous walk.
Yeah, I ain't throwing a rock. No. Somebody could get hurt. Leon's never been to Myers Lake. I think I'm going to check it out.
All right, let's go.
The Andy Griffith Show, they really made a point of going out a lot. Them wanting to go outside, not wanting it to be a static indoor show. Andy was sure a good leader. Between Aaron Rubin, and Andy, good decisions were being made. Boy, this is windy.
Yep.
Don't
cut the corners, dude. Don't cut the corners.
Hey,
what are you people doing?
They were doing that on purpose. Oh, here we go. Wow, look at this.
All right. Well, if you actually want to see Myers Lake, you have to go watch the video. But if you've watched it before, you realize that when we got up there, of course, I'm sitting in the back seat shooting this thing. So when we got up to Myers Lake, Franklin Canyon Reservoir in Los Angeles, where they shot the opening to the Andy Griffith Show, we get there and there were all sorts of structures being built, and they were building like a summer camp. And it turned out they were building sets for a season of American Horror Story. So they were shooting a television series up there. But we walk around with Clint, and he talks about his memories of the Andy Griffith Show and how they shot the show and rehearsed it and all that sort of stuff. So that's a great little video. Check that out. Then probably a third most popular video is actually the Mayberry Man movie trailer with over 124,000 views. So that's great news that people are seeing the trailer, they're discovering it, they're hopefully checking out the movie. So I wanted to also show some clips from some other videos that you may have missed. They're always fun to go back. Some of them are from a couple of years ago. And one that is particularly fun, we had these videos, we got some videos from some celebrities relevant to the classic television genre and who had connections to our father, Hoke Howell, who was Dud Wash on the Andy Griffith Show. And so here's a few videos from some celebrities that were wishing us luck leading up to Mayberry Man, the movie. Take a look.
Hey, Court. This is Jamie Farr from the TV series MASH, and I understand you're making a movie called Mayberry Man in honor of the Andy Griffith Show, and that your dad, Hoke Howell, was an actor on the show, just as I was. Well, I wish you well in making the movie, and you know, when it's released, count me in for a ticket. So best of luck, and many, many more movies.
This is Barry Williams from the Brady Bunch. I understand you're making a movie. Now, I've always appreciated Hoke for giving us Brady's directions to the Grand Canyon by way of the ghost town. Scary, but fun. Anyway, along with the whole bloomin' Brady Bunch, I want to wish you the very best of luck with your movie, Mayberry Man. And have a sunshine day.
All right, you kids, don't let a ghost get you.
Hi, I'm John Davidson. I'm the latest version. You know, there's a new model that comes out every year. But I hear that that you're helping the Howell brothers make a movie called Mayberry Man. What a great idea! I'm so excited for you, and I just wish you all the best with Mayberry Man. It's just you want to say, tell me more, tell me more.
So those were fun to share with folks. We did that because we wanted to get people excited the first time we were crowdfunding for the movie. And I think it was fun, and it was great of those folks to give us little messages. And there's some others that are floating around on our YouTube channel if you go visit and check those out. And then somewhere along the line, it must have been around the Super Bowl, because I called it our Super Bowl ad. So we did sort of a creative promotion for Mayberry Man when we were still in fundraising mode for the movie, and we called it our Super Bowl ad. So the story behind, well, I'll tell you the story behind this video after we share it. So it's just 45 seconds. Here we go.
A wise man once said, "Giraffes are selfish."
Boy, giraffes are selfish.
Mayberry Man set out to test this theory. We examined a wide variety of notoriously selfish wildlife. These are our findings. Porcupines, antisocial. Kangaroos, bouncy. Goats, climby. Bears, hungry. Giraffes, well,
boy, giraffes are selfish.
Giraffes are selfish. Don't be a giraffe. Support mayberryman.com today.
So that was a fun little video. And what the backstory is on that is there's a place in Indiana, central southern Indiana, that's sort of a wildlife refuge. And a gentleman who's a big fan of the Andy Griffith Show, he has these bears there. And so somehow through a connection, I think with Stark, through somebody at Disney where he worked, where he used to work, said this guy might have some interest, and connected us. And so we went down there to scout it as a location. We had this concept when we were hoping Clint Howard would be in the film, for Clint Howard to be shooting a television commercial for like a local car dealership while he's in town for Mayberry Fest. You know, like many great ideas that we never get to execute. I think it would have been a lot of fun. Obviously, a tribute to Gentle Ben, but another great idea that you never got to see in the movie. So so there was that. There's a longer version of that too on our YouTube channel that you can check out. And now another great video that we've shared it in a couple ways. So there's this home movie that Ron Howard directed with Clint and Stark and my other brother Scott, called Cards, Cads, Guns, Gore, and Death. So this was a film that that Ron Howard made as like a 15-year-old kid with a Super 8 camera, and he got Clint and his buddies who were a little younger and easier to kind of rope into things like that. And so that we shared individually early on our YouTube channel, but it's also part of this longer version of a video with Stark and Clint just sharing childhood memories. So this is a great video. If you enjoyed the book, The Boys, with Ron and, written by Ron and Clint Howard, Stark and my other brother Scott were kind of around for some of that. And you see a childhood photo there of them with some other kids. And, our fathers, Hoke Howell and Rance Howard, were good buddies and writing partners. And so they have good little stories to share. And let me show you an excerpt of the Childhood Memories video. And you'll also get a glimpse of the Cards, Cads, Guts, Guns, and Gore. Here we go.
With our parents being friends, we were together in kind of a mutual social situation a lot. But listen, being the same age, we liked sports, liked to flip cards from time to time. We had a lot of things in common. I remember specifically when we did the Blood and Guts movie, that Ron and I went and saw Sam Peckinpah's Wild Bunch. And that was the first time that we were aware, and the first time probably it had really been done where they had done the slow motion, the squib hits and all the blood. And Ron and I just thought that was just the cat's meow. We literally were driving home from the theater, and Ron was plotting how to do a movie with blood effects. And we thought about it, not for a whole long time, because we didn't exactly invent anything. We used the Hot Wheels track, and we snaked the Hot Wheels track up our wardrobe with tubes. Yeah, just a little tiny tube. And then I think it was your brother. No, your brother was in it. Who? Scott Green was the only Scott Green was the one manually pumping the blood. In fact, when you get shot, there's kind of a delayed pumping action. Yeah. I'll tell you, great times, boy. Let's see it. Let's check it out.
This was about 1969.
Now, Ron didn't have a lot of money for like effects, like titles and stuff like that. He had to come up with interesting ways to do the titles.
And then my brother Scott, who was the first guy on screen. I do remember this. Ron put Wesson oil on his nose to make it look sweaty. A little trick of the trade.
Show business trick.
There's me. I'm wearing sunglasses.
With your period shades. Uh-oh. There's a raise. Now, I'm drinking heavily at the time. And even though I've got a good hand, I took a little too long on that, but that's okay.
Milk that shot.
Yeah, it's called milking.
Now we're back to the Indian trader, Scott Howell. He trades with the Indians, it looks like.
It looks like he knows how to go all in. And he's confident.
And he can kind of act. I cannot act.
I don't know.
A little slow.
Now, a cutaway would be really good to know what hand he had. Uh-oh, there's a really big hand. Oh, now.
Cheater.
Cheater?
Me?
Oh, there's the blood of...
But here starts my bad acting.
And I take one right in
Look
the
at
back.
us, we're still moving.
Yeah.
And smiling. So bad.
And Big Steve.
Big Steve did a good job.
The sheriff in town. I always thought Big Steve was Big Steve, and Big Steve was about 13 years older than me.
Yes. Here we are, still against the wall.
I don't think it's going to make anybody forget about High Noon, but it was a good start for Ron. Obviously, you got to start somewhere, and there it is. And ending right where he begins. Bloody movie.
That we did all that in one day.
Well, God,
hard to believe, right?
If that would have taken 2 days, we would have been called knuckle draggers.
So that's always fun to watch. And it's there's all sorts of great stories like that. If you enjoy that little clip, you go check out Stark Howell and Clint Howard, Childhood Memories. That video surprisingly hasn't caught on quite as much as the others, but there's some good material in there, so I would check it out. So some other great videos that you may not have found or seen is there's a Mayberry squad car tour that we did with it's Stark Howell and Greg Schell are the passengers, and Steve Talley at Squad Car Tours in Mount Airy is our driver. And so we take a squad car tour. So that's a fun little video. We've got some music videos. We've got Berachah Valley, the bluegrass band who's in the movie, for Hometown State of Mind, which is a song from the movie. And it's got a little dramatic open with Barney, played by Terry Varvel. There's also a music video from Levi Riggs with the Mayberry Man song. If you just poke around on our YouTube channel, you'll find all sorts of stuff that you may not know existed. And then there's also shorts. Now, shorts is YouTube's answer to like Instagram. So they're 60 seconds or less. I think they're vertical videos. So we also have a lot of shorts on there that we don't do too much with, but we put a bunch of those up because it just, again, some people scroll through the shorts and we're just trying to help people discover Mayberry Man. So we try to get as many lines into the water, like, as a fishing analogy, so people can find us and find Mayberry Man. So we don't have millions of dollars for marketing. So we do all these little things just to try to help people find us and discover the movie and then also the series. So speaking of the series, we still have our Indiegogo campaign active because we're still in fundraising mode. I won't even go into how much over budget we are because of the way things have gone so far and then how we've adjusted our shooting plan for Los Angeles. We want to finish this well. The latest development is we were going to do 4 episodes. So we now have expanded the script. We've written some more scenes. There's some new characters that have been introduced. And so we're actually going to have 5 episodes in the series. So that's kind of news. And we're excited about that. We really like what's happening with some of the characters. And so we're giving them some more story to work with. Some of the actors that came on board really brought a lot to the show. So there's exciting things happening behind the scenes. And so you can now expect a 5-episode season 1. And who knows, by the time we're done, we could have 6 episodes. I don't know. But so we've got, and then originally our plan was to shoot 5 days in Los Angeles. From the days that got moved from Indiana to Los Angeles, that added days. And now we're up to 10 days of shooting in Los Angeles. So you can only imagine what that's going to cost. But basically shooting from November 11th through November 22nd. And we've got people that contributed to be actors and featured extras, and they're coming out to LA. And I promise you the experience that they're going to get coming to Los Angeles and being part of that. And we've shared some of the behind the scenes of working on the studio lot, or perhaps, you could be working on the beach for a day. It's going to be a once in a lifetime experience. So if you have thought about maybe diving in, I would say it's a great time to do it. We have lots of opportunities still at mayberryman.com. You can jump in and be an extra, pick up a speaking role. We have a few of those left. Just to encourage you, what we need to hear from Floyd. So let's hear from Floyd.
Hey, this is Floyd from Mayberry Man the movie. Hey, there's still time to be involved in Mayberry Man the series. Oh, you're going to want to do that too. Oh, don't miss out. There's a lot of fun to be had. You really want to do that. Oh, if you come on set, maybe I'll even trim your hair for you. Well, if you don't want me to, I don't have to. But if you want it, you could do that too. Come on and join us.
I know I'm excited to be bringing Allan Newsome, who's, and he's sacrificed and given of himself for so many years, just serving the fans of Mayberry. To bring him to California now. Yeah, I mean, he's been on the set, he shot the movie, he's been on the series, but we're now finally going to bring him onto an actual production studio lot. And we may even have a nice chair for him or maybe even a dressing room, who knows? But to bring Allan and Rick as Barney and Jacob as Shane, these guys are going to be coming in to finish up their scenes, and we're going to be on the back lot at a studio, and it's going to be the real deal. And then some of our contributors who contributed at the actor level, they're coming in, and they're going to have their roles shot on the lot as well. And I just think it's an amazing opportunity. If you've ever thought of it, it's probably the last chance you'll have to do that with us, because after this first season, I don't know that we can do a crowdfunding approach again. I don't still think it's possible. So I would just say, if you've been on the fence, it's not for everybody. Obviously, not everybody can afford to do this sort of thing and travel to California and all that. But if it's on your bucket list, I mean, now's the time to do it. So, and I just say that because it really is. I think the reality of the situation is, and certainly what we've learned through the process of doing the series, is that this sort of grassroots crowdfunding thing is it's not sustainable for the long haul. So anyway, I just say that for full disclosure. If you've been thinking about it, do it. Jump in, mayberryman.com. Come join us in California, at least for a couple of days. We would love to have you. And as I was having an exchange with the gentleman who joined us just recently, like a couple of weeks ago, he contributed to be a featured extra. I'm like, come early, we'll put you to work. There's lots of jobs you can do on set. And if you want to work on the film, you can do that too. So anyway, so that's about it for tonight. I saved this for the end because I didn't want to drag out all these clips. But like I said, our YouTube channel, 10,000 subscribers is awesome. We love it. There's channels with millions, I get that. But we're excited about how many people are subscribing. And over 1 million views of our videos in our little corner of YouTube. We're excited about that. And I do want to thank Clint Howard, because so much of his content is got great appeal. And we spent one day with Clint and shot all these videos, and he's been like the driving force of our YouTube channel. So we thank Clint for that. And so I'm going to finish up and send you out with one more Clint Howard video. This is him talking about his experience with Grand Theft Auto, Ron Howard's directorial debut. And I have a personal connection to that because Hoke Howell was in that. And he took me along to the set for a couple of days. That was probably one of my first exposures to like being in a film set and seeing it all happen. And it was car crashes and all sorts of fun stuff. And I actually was an extra in the background, and I shared that in one of the videos too previously. But he talks about the experience of Grand Theft Auto, and it was and the experience of making Mayberry Man and Mayberry Man the series is similar. It's low budget production. It's everybody's got to come together and pitch in. So I think it really resonates for anybody who's been a part of Mayberry Man. So I wanted to share Clint Howard talking about Grand Theft Auto, and we will see you next time. Thanks for joining us.
All of these people are wanted for Grand Theft Auto. And I'm arresting everyone! You lose, Whopper!
Well, Grand Theft Auto was a wonderful experience for the Howard family, and it was Ron's first professional go. Him and Dad wrote the script.
Sir, this is Ned Slinker.
And then when it came time to casting up the movie, Ron used every favor.
Ned, you're a nice person. But it bothers me that you only call me when you're in trouble.
Every friend that he had, Marion Ross worked on it.
Have you made a commitment to the Lord?
My husband gave at the office.
Paul Link, who was Dick Link's son, who was Andy Griffith's business partner, he was in the movie. He played Collins Hedgeworth.
Be prepared to perform some sort of simple but tasteful ceremony.
50,000 hallelujahs!
And I remember the Grand Theft Auto crew really bonding. And they were working their butts off. And of course, Ron, the quintessential leader, he's always the first guy there, and he's always working hard. And crew members just don't kind of like the idea that the director's working harder than they are, so they work hard too.
How do we get out of here?
You'll need a tow truck.
The steering's gone!
It stopped. Maybe we can fix it.
The only problem they had on Grand Theft Auto is after the first day, there was talk of mutiny, and it was because of the food. And after the first day, the catering on Grand Theft Auto was done by my mom and Ron's wife, Cheryl. You know, everybody came together and sure got Ron going in the right direction.
Hallelujah! We can make it now.
Sam is dodging, eluding, twisting, and turning. He's one heck of a driver, ladies and gentlemen.
Well, hey, if you just like that clip, hit the like button. There's going to be plenty more.
Mayberry Man the movie was such a great success that now there's going to be Mayberry Man the series. Please join me in supporting this wonderful adventure and journey into more Mayberry. More Mayberry for everybody.
If you want more videos about The Andy Griffith Show, be sure to hit subscribe and click that little bell icon so you're notified whenever we post a new video. Thanks for watching.